Hello, I'm Lightshaft, and I'm going to show you how to make your walls that are plain and boring a lot more interesting. So, yeah. Alright, got a picture, we're good, I'm out, see ya. No, that's a terrible thing to do. I'm going to show you how to make your walls look good without using pictures. For me, pictures are the last thing I would ever use in a build. So, here's what I do. The first thing I would suggest is add in pillars. Now, pillars can add a lot of dimension to the room and make it look a lot better, but pillars aren't for everybody, and if you're lacking space or you just don't want to take up the space in your room, then put them in the wall. In the wall, pillars give you the same kind of effect without actually taking up any space. Next, add a texture along the bottom of the wall. This can make your wall look a little bit more interesting and possibly give it the illusion of a floorboard. Now, a lot of times this is where people will go ahead and put a window in the wall. But since this is a wall tutorial, we're not going to do a window. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to add light sources inside the actual wall. Now, a lot of times your builds will be a bit more complex and you won't have this kind of opportunity. But if you're building underground or you're thinking ahead of time, you can easily make room for something like this. So just dig out a little bit, and this is something people never use, but fences can make your walls look a lot better, just infinitely more interesting. And you could do something like that, or just depending on your preference, close it all up. I use fences a lot in just about every build that I do. If you want to be fancy, you can add fire and potentially burn down your house, like this is about to catch on fire, like that. Or you could spend a little bit more time and effort on it and replace all the textures behind it with a certain color of your choice, and it'll give the light almost the impression that it's a certain tint kind of behind the fences. And I also raised up the roof a little bit so that you can't immediately tell that there's a ceiling on it. And that just gives it a little bit of depth. And if you want to use water sources, that's always a possibility. You don't have to use fences, but it can add a little bit more. I have light sources kind of hidden around along the bottom and up in the two corners, and it can give it a pretty cool effect. And there are also plenty of cool things you can do with steps on a wall. Even though that they're usually used for going up things, they can also give your wall a good amount of dimension. And if they don't look good on the bottom to you, then you can put them up on top. And also along the bottom, they can be very decorative. Now, this also gives you a good kind of basis for furniture. The great thing about doing this with furniture is it makes it look like the furniture isn't actually attached and stuck in your wall. It gives it a little bit of depth, and it makes it appear that your furniture can actually be moved around. The only issue you have with this is this lighting error you get behind it. Now, the way to fix that is all you have to do is put a torch behind the step that your furniture is in front of, and that will correct it. And fixed. One more cool thing you can do is instead of just having your torches shoved on the wall like that, you can have them on posts or fences, and that'll make them look a lot better. It kind of looks like they're meant to be there instead of just like you're in a mine and you shoved a torch on a wall because you couldn't see anything. And this room has a few more ideas for different wall styles you can do. There's plenty of things you can do with half slabs, and over here I have a bit of a little nature scene. You can put plant pots in here or whatever, light sources along the top. All I do is change out the texture here, which I didn't really show anywhere else. And over here, this is just a conglomeration of pretty much everything that I've shown so far. Here's a torch over here, and then you have steps being used in an unconventional way. Fences to make it look a bit more interesting, and then you have that ambient light behind it. And of course, if you're bored with Minecraft and you have no inspiration, my main suggestion would be to get a texture pack. Texture packs change what everything looks like and often makes everything look a lot better. For me at least, I get a lot of inspiration from texture packs. It's like, new texture pack, new game, whole new game. I hope you found this video helpful, and good luck in your future builds. I'm Lightshaft, and until next time, see ya.